Final ending of the little tick, other parts down below. The message, I know. It was not on FB, it was on her personal blog that she does not give out. I know that it was addressed to me, I assume she would know that I would look at it. That is fine, but should I be nice to her when we talk? Does it make a difference? I know that some people say that now I need to be like the OM, in the sense that I need to do what this rat did to destroy us, which is talking and affection. I think she is going through a MLC and is definitely in the fog. I do not believe a word she says right now, but I do not want the door to close on us completely, which is why I thought being at least polite would be a wise move. The point I was making was that she obviously was not getting some need met by me. Most likely, affection and intimate conversation. This guy most likely gave her that, since she was not getting it at home. My thought was that if I was nice to her, again, still doing the 180 and not initiating conversation, not calling, texting, that she would possibly miss me because things would fall apart, as they always do, with this guy. Also, I thought that for my own sanity, I could say that I honestly tried everything. If it does not work, even in a difficult situation like this, I was the better person. I know, I can see how I am focused on her. I am taking her feelings, hating me or being uncomfortable talking, into consideration, but I have been programmed for a decade to do that. Old habits die hard, I guess. I have to deprogram myself. I am doing a lot for me that she will not notice, since she is not around me to see, but there are some things that I know she will notice and I do them for me as well. But in the back of my mind I am hoping that she sees it and does something about it. Stupid. I know that, throughout my both intimate and platonic relationships, I would give something, affection, gifts, anything, with the subconscious understanding that I would get something back for it. As above, I need to deprogram that from me. It is hard though. I know that it is wrong. I will continue to nice it up for the sake of our daughter. I am not planning on being friends with her. I am planning to, instead of being abrasive and abrupt with her, I will be friendly, but firm. I do not plan to grovel or beg her for a second chance. I will stay friendly, though, for now, since I do think that it is the best for my daughter. If I see that being nice is causing me to still hope for something, I will stop immediately. I think being out of my house this weekend will help, as well. We are switching to a week-at-a-time schedule, which means I will not need to see her at all, since I will pick up my daughter from school directly. Really, I think I need to get out of my head right now. 2 days ago, I was fine. I genuinely was disgusted by her actions. Now, I am pinning for her again. What the hell? So little update for today. My wife's aunt has stage IV cancer. She has already gone to 2 chemotherapy treatments. She was in remission for a while, but now it's back. She is leaving this coming up weekend to go for her 3rd bout of chemotherapy, and the doctor's prognosis is not good. The aunt had all of the family come up this weekend so they can have an essentially this may be a goodbye the last time I ever see you party. My brother-in-law tells me earlier this week that my wife was having issues going because she has her marathon on Sunday, which is where she met this guy. The brother gives her crap about not going to see their dying aunt and choosing a marathon over it and realizing what a selfish piece of crap she's being. She goes. A normal, sane, caring person would go for the entire weekend, which all the other family are, but nope, not my wife. She decides in her infinite wisdom to drive up early this morning and spend about 6 hours with her aunt and then leave to go back so she can make sure to make it to the marathon tomorrow morning. Most likely she is going home so she can stay at Scott's house, so they can drive to the marathon together tomorrow morning. Who the hell does that? Is this a typical symptom or mentality of a person going through the fog? I know she's being selfish, but I assumed that she would not walk away from a family member that's about to die just so she can participate in some stupid half marathon. She is a selfish, lying cheat that is a shadow of the person that I thought I knew. All she cares about it is what is happening between her legs. That being nice to her is not going to accomplish anything. That I need to go dark again, as I am only torturing myself with false hope. That I need to cut ties with her family and not try to get info out of them, since that keeps me in the game and helps maintain false hope. That I need to disengage, because if she is willing and capable, with no remorse, to knowingly choose an event over a family member's that was there when she was born, potential last party, what could she be capable of doing to me? Up until this morning we were friends on Facebook. I log on this morning to post a picture of me and my daughter on her birthday and finds that now the ex-wife has friended the other man. She knew that I would see this. I immediately unfriended her and changed my relationship status. My family unfriended her as well once they saw it. She obviously has no respect for me whatsoever. So, I realize I can't do what I wanted and hope that being nice to her is going to make any difference. So, it is back to being dark. Eventually this affair's gotta fizzle out and she will come crawling back, and by then I'm not going to want her. I am so pissed right now that I'm seeing red. I go to sleep hating her last night. I dream about nothing but her. Me and the OM, I wake up missing her. What is wrong with me? Thinking about my faults in this relationship. I want to have a better understanding of what and who I am, so I can move forward and not make these faults come back again. I am a nice guy. I put my wife on a pedestal and thought nothing but the world of her. I never thought she would be capable of what she has done. I did not look at her as a physical person, outside of being with me. I never communicated. We would talk, but I never gave my full undivided attention to her. I would always be doing something else or just listening to appease her. I never participated in her interests. She is a runner. I hate running. To me, running is the punishment you get in real sports. Sorry to offend any runners here. Likewise, she never participated in mine, but I should have tried harder to take an interest in her recreational activities. I lied to her. I lied about stupid things that made no sense to lie about. I did this because I was ashamed. She would think less of me and leave me. I tried to please her no matter what. This is something that I did with everyone. I would lie to family and friends to make myself feel better. My father left me when I was 4 years old, and I feared the same would happen if I told her the truth. The thing is, the truth was not bad. It was stupid little things that, looking back, would not be reason enough to end a marriage. I was very affectionate, but affection to me was bonding. I would hold her hands, hug her, kiss her, but usually with the end goal of sleeping together. I would give her a hug and immediately grab her bottom. I always assumed that affection is affection. But I realize now that affection is different from admiration. Bonding is not everything. I was distant. I am a loner by nature. I would come home and want to unwind, so I would sit in my room at my PC or do something that I wanted to do. I did not have my own activities, other than my PC, that I would do without her. I have no friends other than family. I would always spend all my free time with family. I have one guy friend, her brother, that I consider, and he does too, my brother, regardless of what happens with my relationship. I would guilt or manipulate to get what I wanted. I shifted blame on her to cover my own insecurities. I played the victim, because I would always put her above my own needs, and then woe is me when my needs were not met. I never confronted her with problems that I felt or worries that I had. I depended on her to make me happy and would use any method in my arsenal to make that happen. I did not care if I lied, guilted, to get what I wanted from her. I never stood up to her. I would always just go along with what she wanted. I was never decisive. I assumed that if I just went along with what she wanted, she would be happy. I did not think that she would want someone that would choose, even if she did not want to do that, what we're doing, going and stick to it. I always deferred to her for decisions. I always gave to her and to others with the subconscious understanding that I would get back for it. I never gave for the good of giving. When I did not get something back, I was resentful and bitter. Just to give you all an idea of her frame of mind. She is staying at her parents' house now. Her brother is living at my old apartment and paying for it himself. She is living for free right now. She hates living with her parents. Her brother and her are moving in with each other. He told her that she can stay at the parents' house and save, while he gets a cheap place for himself. Her response was, "How much can I save in a year?" When he told her that she could save at least $6,000. Her response was that she can get a chest job with that. He got angry with her. He told her that he is not spending his money so she can save up to get a boob job. She got angry and told him then, "Screw it, I am not living here. I will get my own place and save nothing." Wow. So, some questions for everyone. To those that have been through this and have gotten to the point where they are detached, how did you handle the anger? I dread talking to her because I know my anger will show over the phone. I am not yelling at her, but I am cold. One word answers and I rush her to get off the phone. Most communications are done via text, but she calls to talk to my daughter. She called this morning to say good morning to our daughter and then asked to talk to me. She wanted to talk about our daughter's tuition for school. I answered her, but in short answers. I know that I am being abrasive. I feel it. I cannot help it. I am not rude or abusive, just cold. Obviously, I have every right to be that to her. She makes my blood boil right now. So, in the future, if she asks to talk to me, should I tell her to email me or text me? Oh, I sent her this. Attached is the final signed marriage settlement agreement. Please sign it and get back to me, so I can get it to my attorney. I will send originals to your attention today via UPS for tomorrow delivery. Have the originals signed and notarized. Going forward, please send anything you would like to discuss via email or text. Thanks, she responded with. We have to discuss some things regarding. I would call you tonight, but I want to focus on celebrating A's birthday. Does this mean no more emails? I can only contact you via text messages. We still need to discuss custody, and I'm not sure how you want to discuss that over text message. She responded within 2 minutes. I do not want to be a jerk to her, but I want to stand my ground. I do want to reconcile, but I do not want to be taken advantage of. I do not want her to hate me, since I think reconciling will not happen if that is the case. I am so torn. I should not focus on how she will take this, but I cannot help it. I want her to sign the MSA solely so I have some legal protection against her trying to take custody of my daughter or changing financial aspects. The incidental items I could care less for. She has been so erratic during this that I am just not sure what she is capable of right now and do not want to risk her getting bad advice from her boyfriend about how she is entitled to take me to the cleaners. I am going to let the divorce papers sit. I will not file those. I will let the consequences catch up to her once we are completely NC, which will start this week. On Monday, we go week to week with our daughter, so I will not need to see her, the ex, at all. He hates me for a few reasons. 1. His daughter is never wrong. The whole family knows about what she is doing, but he is the one that does not care. She must have a good reason to do it, and that reason is I am a jerk. 2. We went through a foreclosure, so we needed his help in signing for a new car last year. We purchased 2 new ones for us, but we needed his signature for one. So, he is the sole signatory on a huge car note that I told her I am not comfortable taking, so she is responsible for it. So, since she cannot afford it, he has to pay for it. Of course, this is my fault. 3. There was an issue with his car insurance that was caused by me. The new car had to be on his policy, since he was the only signatory. His premium increased substantially for the next 6 months. He wants me to pay for it, which I had no issue doing. I called him to get the information for it, so I can get it to the attorney, and he was a complete ass to me. So, I am not paying him. I will not be disrespected like that when I am willing to pay for something that legally I am not responsible to pay. I told his son, my best friend, about it. They have a terrible relationship too, and I told him I would pay him instead. The son pays all the bills for the father. He will then put it into his savings, and we will do something together with that money. I feel better since I paid him, not the dad. He likes it too, since he can tell his dad that he cost them X amount of dollars by being an ass to me. So, screw him. I do not care. I tried in the beginning to talk to him so he would see my side, but I am done going against the in-law spin machine. I am sure she tells them just how bad of a husband I was. I know the mom does not believe it. I will be firm on what I want. I know she has no respect for me. She thinks that I am not going to go anywhere. She thinks that at any time, she can just come back and I will forgive everything she has done and take her back with open arms. Good luck with that. I am not saying I would not take her back. I am saying that it is not as easy as she seems to think. I know she is in a fog. I know she will snap out of it too. It is all a matter of time. So today has been okay so far. It is my 29th birthday, so I have that going for me. I expected to wake up and be depressed, since I do not have my wife or daughter with me today, but I feel fine. So far it is like any other birthday. She forgot my birthday the last 2 years, so not having her call or tell me happy birthday in the morning is nothing new. Hopefully the rest of the day is this smooth. In bad news, I went out and purchased a new TV 6 days before the wife asked for a divorce to upgrade what I had. I spent almost $3,000 on it, and during the move to my new place it broke. Nothing that I can do about it. Money down the drain. Chalking this up to the cost of the divorce too. The family, I thought I had a great relationship with them. Hell, I was at their house every Saturday morning cooking them all breakfast, fixing their house. The father is lazy and will not do anything. Helping the mother do things around the house, giving them advice on real estate issues. I run a real estate firm, etc. We tell them we want a divorce and then immediately I am out of the family. So much for meaning something to them. I went to visit her aunt, who has stage 4 cancer this past weekend, since I was in Orlando with my daughter, and I was introduced to friends of the aunt as M's separated husband. Already the ex-husband. I said my thoughts to her about her cancer and left. On a side note, going to therapy today, and I will bring my list of my faults above to see what the therapist says. I am still waiting for a call back. I will go to my current one to see what she says, but if she pulls that codependency is BS routine, I will drop her and move on. So, therapy went well today. I printed the list on the first page of my personal observations. I went over them with her. She immediately said that I am codependent. She gave me some advice on how to deal with it. We talked about the big issues that I have, specifically the lying. We talked about my father, who left when I was little. We talked about how I fear becoming like him, but that by me lying like I was doing, that I am in fact becoming more like him and driving people away. We talked about my abandonment issues stemming from my father leaving. It was good. I went to the gym to work out with my brother-in-law, who told me the wife is moving in with him this weekend, since she is miserable at home with her parents. I said okay, I do not care about that. I am going there tomorrow morning to get the rest of my things, before she goes over there tomorrow night. So far today is good. I am feeling better, observing her instead of hanging on every word she says. I will be happy once I do not have to hear or see her. The therapist said the same thing, that she will crash and burn with this new guy soon and she will run to what she is comfortable with, me. Will I want her is the question. So today she swore she would have the MSA signed. Nothing. She had my daughter call me to say happy birthday. Nothing from her. No happy birthday, no mention of the documents. Nothing. 8 years together and I do not even get a happy birthday. What a b she is making it very easy to disconnect from her. So, I just called my daughter to say goodnight. The wife got on the phone and wanted to talk to me about the custody agreement. I told her I am not okay talking over the phone, but I will email her tomorrow. She started laughing and was like, really, you can't just tell me now. I reiterated that I'm not okay talking over the phone. She said, good for you, and laughed. I said goodbye and hung up. I texted her after that with this: I am not okay discussing anything over the phone. If you want to discuss anything with me, text or email only. As for I want her this week. If not, I am not okay starting the 7-day period until the following week, which you will get her. Her response: I get her on the 12th for that whole week. You get her Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. And then after the week of the 12th it's your week. That's what makes sense. Finish the 3-day flow and on Monday the 12th, we start the week-long thing? No. To which I responded, I am not okay with that. I want her the week of the 12th. We can continue the 3-day schedule until the following week starts, when you will take her, the 19th. If you want, you can have her this weekend and I will start on the 12th. Her response, why? I think I have a right to ask what your reasoning is. My response, you do, because I want to have her the same weeks that her cousins are here so she has friends to play with. Her response, fair enough. Then we will pursue the 3-day schedule until the 19th. Feel free to shoot me an email to document this, but the thing you signed says that we start on the 12th. They want to bring that up with your attorney. My response, I already did. Her response, so, you would need to resign that doc. Mine, no, it is an amendment that does not require resigning. Hers, okay, I think I handled that well. I am having a hard one not calling her to tell her I miss her. I won't, but it is tough right now. After all she has done to me, why do I still miss her? It is stupid. I am still very hurt she did not have the decency to wish me a happy birthday. 8 years together and I do not even get that. So, not much to report today. Saturday, we got together with my brother-in-law and his girlfriend. 10+ years. I consider her my sister-in-law, as does she. We went to my sister's house and hung out and had some drinks. We did not talk about the STBX at all. They are firmly on my side through this. I asked them both to not talk about her to me at all. I told them only if it affects my daughter to tell me. They have honored that, which is nice. My sister and sister-in-law snuck away for a minute. I found out that they went to talk about my ex. The sister-in-law told my sister then she hopes that the ex does not try to get me back and that she hopes she leaves me alone. She said that if she comes to her senses, she hopes that it is not for a while. When asked why, she said that because she feels that I will not heal if it is too soon and will not learn a lesson from this. The rest of the night went smoothly. No call from ex. Complete NC. I went to the gym today and I talked to my brother-in-law about what we were doing about the TV shows we all watched together. I was curious if we would have to split which shows we watched with them. He told me no, since she, ex-wife, does not want to do anything in the house. She wants to just be outside all the time. Victim status again. I would assume I kept her trapped, so now she has to grasp at any freedom she can. So far so good. Detaching slowly. Still miss her and still want to tell her that, but that desire is slowly decreasing. I have told them all that they have made this situation so much better, since I have their support. I am trying. I guess the thing is, I know she will miss me. I have no doubt about it. My problem is not the missing her part. My problem is the having hope part. I wish that I did not know she would regret and miss me, so I could not have such high hope of every call or every text being the one that she tells me she misses me. I need to detach more. I keep doubting myself. I keep thinking, did I fight enough for her or did I just let her walk away too easy? Should I send her something so she knows that I care? Etc. The thing is, I know the answers to those questions already. I know that I did everything I could to fix this, but she has done nothing. She walked out, not me. There is nothing that I can do. I know that I should not send her anything and let her miss me. I just can't stop the thoughts. What sucks is I know the answer, but in the moment, I have the thoughts, I doubt myself and my emotion takes over and I am on the cusp of hitting send or doing something else, but I feel myself back from the edge. I just tell myself that this person does not deserve my attention. She does not deserve my love or admiration. My wife does, but this person that she has become does not. Meh, keep on keeping on. Thankfully I am busy with the new place. I have my family just around the corner now, so I have seen them every day. My daughter loves the new place. She told me this morning that she likes my house and new bed better than mommy's house. Little victories. I will take them all. They, brother and sister, think that I need to make changes to myself. I need to not rely on her to make me happy. I need to get out of my shell a little and not focus on how crappy she is. They love me. In fact, they texted me, both of them, last night that they both love me as a blood family member. They said that they would do anything for me and that they are always going to be there for me. They then both thanked me for still considering them family. I introduced them to my sister's friends as my brother and sister-in-law, which they appreciated more than I thought. I don't consider them anything except family, so it was not anything I did intentionally. The way I see it is, she has not felt like me. She has not felt the abandonment and rejection or sadness from my absence, because she has this other guy to make her feel whole. The second he is gone, she will fall flat on her face. I know this will happen. I have to have the patience to let it happen. Hopefully, by that time, I am a better person and can decide for myself, and not decide just because I want her back, if I truly want her and if she truly deserves a second chance. She is in fairyland with marshmallow skies, edible rainbows, and a sun that hands out 2 scoops of raisins. Reality is the last place they both are. To be fair, right now, the only thing that I miss, today, about her is that I used to have her walk on my back to crack it. I have no one to do that now. My daughter is only 35 pounds, bless her heart, she tries, but I need more than that. I guess that is not that bad of a thing, when right now that is all I miss. Actually, it felt great buying new furniture this weekend and not having to consider if it was too masculine or if she liked the color, etc. I wanted it. so I got it. So, I just got a good laugh out because of the ex. I told her the other day to not call me, text and email only. So, what does she do? She has her brother text me to have me bring a sweater for our daughter to him. He was at work, so he could not argue with her. I asked him to stay out of the middle, so there are no hard feelings between us. If she wants something, she can text me. He agreed. He said that was very prudent. He said he only agreed to shut her up since he is at work and could not argue with her right then. He is going to say something tonight. He told me she is upset about the no calling. So, she got him to do it. Just pathetic. What a child. I laughed for a good 15 about that. I did bring him a sweater because I am not going to let my daughter suffer. I talked to him at work about this and he agreed with me and he will set boundaries about this with her. Same goes for me. I will not put him in the middle either, which I don't. This a letter I wrote to her today, not sending it of course. This is hard for me. I do want to talk to you but I wish you could see how hard this has been for me. I think you do not remember that we were married and you think of me as just an ex-boyfriend. As a boyfriend, it would be expected to abruptly end our marriage with a simple statement of it is over, but a marriage should be beaten to death. Both parties should fight their hardest to survive together, to fix the issues together. One day we were married and the next you were on a date with another man. Within 12 hours you went from my wife and the mother of my daughter to something completely different. And no matter what I did during that time you left. I have had no chance to fight for us because you have given me none. I am frustrated and angry and ultimately humiliated. You married me for better or worse, and instead of fixing through the worst parts you left me, our family, and everything behind in the blink of an eye. I wish you didn't expect me to just be okay with everything because I cannot be. But I do know that regardless of your actions or dismissal of me as nothing more than just some guy, I have come out of it with a clear head and a better understanding of what my faults were and how I contributed to a less than idyllic marriage. While I am guilty of causing our marriage to collapse, there are also choices, actions, that were on your side that hurt us. Right now, my biggest concern is our daughter. She has already said things about our divorce that hurt me. It can only get worse from here. I know that your ultimate goal with our separation was to remain friends, but obviously that isn't going to happen. I think most people who go through a divorce and remain friends have a marriage that fades, not one that ends as abruptly as ours did. On top of the fact that in my eyes it didn't end for any reason other than you are taking interest in someone else. I know that marriages don't break up on an account of infidelity, and that it is just a symptom that something else is wrong, but I wasn't even given a chance to know what those symptoms were or correct them to the best of my abilities. I am also concerned with how outside entities are involved in this situation. I have my family and my attorney telling me to do something, but my head and heart tell me otherwise. You have your father and the distraction of another man guiding you down one path. I am sorry about the assumption of the other man's guidance, but without an outside force interfering, I know that you would be fighting for us. You're a good person, and at one point we were very much in love. I wish you could remember that. We have built a family together of aunts, uncles, cousins, brothers, sisters, nieces, nephews, and children. We aren't just two people. We became more than that. And I know that you would want to try to keep that together if someone wasn't trying to rip you away. I know that you still love me, and I know that you know I still love you. I do not know how you feel about me, but my heart tells me that you wish that this marriage would work. It might just be wishful thinking, but I can't imagine that something so good could just die so abruptly. It died without warning. I know that times were not always great, but I thought it would always be worth fighting for. I can't keep fighting for us and writing these letters to you because I believe they fall on deaf ears. I am competing with a man who didn't know you for more than a few months, yet he was okay with watching you leave your family to have fun with him. And you were okay with it too. Through all that has happened, I still forgive you. I forgive you for lying to me and sneaking around. I forgive you for talking to another man and betraying our marriage. I forgive you because I know that I have done things to cause you to go that route. I hope you can find a way to forgive me too. I apologize for being controlling and manipulative and for ignoring your needs. I regret for every single demeaning remark I made. I am sorry for the constant lying, for the need to hide our financial situation from you, for the poor financial decisions that I made, and for hurting you. I am sorry that I never stood up for myself. I hope you know that regardless of all that I did, I was always faithful to you. I always loved you, and I thought my future was always going to have you in it. I was so proud of what we accomplished as a young married couple, and I'll be forever thankful that we were so blessed. Marrying you and having our daughter was the highlight of my life thus far, and I'll never regret it. Our marriage taught me to love unconditionally, to forgive, to act selflessly, and to be thankful for what I have. The good times made me love you more, and the bad made me a better man. With all of that said, I cannot continue to feel this way. I cannot love a woman that doesn't love me the way I feel I deserve to be. I do not expect a wife to like her husband every day, but I do expect that she will fight for her marriage no matter what. I do not feel that this was done here. I hope you understand why I sent this email, why I asked to communicate with me in writing, and why I have acted the way I have. This marriage was everything to me, as family has always been the most important thing to me. You were more than my wife, lover, or best friend. You were family. We were a family. End of letter. My issue is I want to send this to her, but I feel like right now it will fall on deaf ears. I need action to back up the changes I am saying I am making. I need to make changes to me that can show I am growing as a person and fixing these faults, not just recognizing them. Obviously, I want her back. Even with what she did, family is the most important thing in my life. But she will not listen now. It will be just another attempt, in her eyes, to reconcile. Her defenses are so raised right now that I can't send this. It would only make things worse. My God, she is infuriating. My comment: keep detaching and don't look back. Don't send that letter. It makes you look weak. Trust the process. If you keep detaching, the other side will look so much brighter. Part 4 ending coming soon. Subscribe to see if OP gets on the better path.